Hey, Lobbert here again with another Pauper Brew. As always, the deck list is in the video description along with timestamp links if you want to skip to a match. Please like my video, I really appreciate it, it boosts my visibility on YouTube, and subscribe to be notified of more Pauper content. Please check out my podcast, Common Knowledge. Now let's get into the deck tech. This week I'm going to be doing my Corrupt Control list again. I had some rough leagues with some other decks, and I just wanted to play a deck that I know I can win with. I do have some improvements that I've made to the deck. I swapped out the Pristine Talisman for a Disfigure. I think I would rather just 1-for-1 my opponent with a Disfigure than play a Pristine Talisman for the life gain. I think that this can prevent as much damage if I can kill a creature early, and the 1 mana can let me cast this spell when I have to cast some other spells in the same turn, and that's really useful. I'm also running Night's Whisper over Read the Bones. Read the Bones, I think, is just too expensive, and a lot of the time I just want to be able to play 2 spells on turn 4 when I have 4 swamps. So I'm testing these out, and so far they feel pretty good. The deck is pretty much the same. If you haven't seen how it works, you're basically trying to get as many swamps into play as possible. Wayfarer's Bauble gets you extra swamps into play, so it's acceleration. You have 4 Pestilence just as a way to kill a whole bunch of creatures. Not a lot of decks in Pauper get to play board wipes, so that's really nice for us. You gain a whole bunch of life with your Tendrils of Corruption, which can also kill a creature. Your Consume Spirit can kill creatures or players and gains you life. And then you also have Corrupt. Corrupt is really nice because you can pay 6 for it and then also do other things in the same turn, unlike Consume Spirit, and it can just hit your opponent for 10 or 12 sometimes, and that's basically how we win the game. Other than that, the entire deck is just draw spells and kill spells. Our draw being Night's Whisper and then Sign in Blood. I don't know why this isn't loading, but I also have Chainer's Edict and Geth's Verdict as a way to just kill off any kind of creature that I need to and keep their board down. Evankar's Justice is our 5th sweeper, and it also functions as a win con. I have made some changes to the sideboard as well. I cut all of the land destruction. I've put in 3 Disfigures over my more expensive 2-cost, like Moment of Cravings, I believe I was running. I just want to be able to kill the fast decks. I want to kill their creatures as soon as possible. If I have to wait a turn, that's pretty devastating. So I've been boarding these in a lot, and they proved super useful. I still have 3 Doomblade for when I need to kill a creature that is just big. Just extra removal for big creatures comes in handy. I want to say that it's one of the less useful cards in the sideboard. We'll see how it does in the league. I have 4 Duress now in the sideboard. These are basically for getting counterspells out of your opponent's hand and interacting with decks like Burn. I switched out the Shrivels for an extra 2 Evankar's Justice. The reason being, Shrivel was a little bit too narrow, and when I wanted to wipe the board for like elves, they would be left with Nettle Sentinels, and they could just still kind of beat me down with those. I think doubling the mana cost or tripling the mana cost, if you want to buy it back, is worth it, because it also kills Delver of Secrets, and that card is just worth designing your deck around. And lastly, I have 3 Relic of Progenitus. This is a lot of Relic of Progenitus, but when you're facing like a graveyard deck or Tron, you just need to draw that Relic of Progenitus or you'll lose. It's free wins sometimes, so I'm running a lot of these. I know this is more than average, but I like the free wins that I get off this card. Anyway, I'm still looking to make improvements. So if you see anything that I can improve on, tell me what you would do with the deck, or of course point out any misplays. Go ahead and leave those in the comments, and let's get into the games. All right, game 1. This is not a very good hand. Not guaranteed to hit 4 land. I have to cast a couple Sign in Bloods to even do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. This is also not very good. If I hit 2, it's keepable. Ooh, Disfigure. I think I'm looking for a land, though. I have 2 chances before I get behind. Is this Affinity? Oh, this is a Brew. So no land yet. Oh, Turn off auto yields. Turn off auto yields. The first game of the day. I'm gonna play sloppy. Okay. Hopefully it won't matter. Don't know what he could be playing. Whatever, I'll just yield. You just stop yielding like that. Okay, this is Affinity. So, not, okay, but punished and not punished. Not punished for not playing the Wayfarer's Bauble, but punished in keeping this hand. Okay, I gotta concentrate. Okay, Prism's not bad. Hasn't vomited frog mites or anything yet. But he certainly does have a clock on me. And I gotta find a land. If I draw one next turn, I'm in decent shape. If not, I mean, I'm running 23. The chances that I'll hit one are pretty good. So what is going on here? Island, preordain. This is a pretty interesting brew. I don't know why you would run Navigator's Compass when you could just run Stars and Spheres. Maybe he doesn't have all the cards. That's kind of what I have to think, because I don't see it. Heck, you have Prophetic Prism. Yeah, getting behind. Let's draw that land. Even if I draw a land now, I don't think it does it. I've drawn 4 cards. Yeah, okay, I'll concede to that. So I want Doomblades. Duress is okay. Well, Disfigure's bad. Evankar's Justice is bad. I think Pestilence is bad. Some number of Doom or Duress is actually okay, since I can rip the... I want 1 Pestilence. Since I can rip the Fling out of his hand, I don't know if he's on that version. Kind of seems like he's not. I'll go like this. And I really just have to hit 2 mana and I can keep up with him. I bet you that opener was probably better. This is okay. So I just want to swamp and Wayfarer's Bauble, and we're gonna hit 4 mana as soon as possible. Navigator's Compass, sure. So in this situation, you do the Wayfarer's Bauble first over the Sign in Blood. The Sign in Blood is to hit an extra land, and the Wayfarer's Bauble just gets me the extra land. I'll have 4 mana next turn, hopefully. No, I will have 4 mana next turn. It's the turn after that it's in doubt whether I get a swamp or not. He's up to 3 artifacts. Mountain. Atog. Not great news. If I draw some kind of Doomblade or Edict effect, we are golden. Just a swamp. Let's go for the Sign in Blood. There's the Doomblade. I don't want to let him like counterspell my Doomblade or anything like that, so I just do it main phase. And now we're kind of in the position that if I can get to here, I'm usually fine. The name of the game is kind of just try to get my life as high as possible. So this turn I can Pestilence and play a Wayfarer's Bauble. So next turn I should be able to kill his guy, and it discourages him from playing any other guys, which is good for tempo. Oh, so we're gonna get a 2-for-1 on this Pestilence, and then next turn he's gonna be discouraged from playing guys as well. And just pass here. I don't want to let him fling any of his guys, so I'm gonna do this on my end step. And we are getting down into burn range. It's a little bit worrisome. Another Enforcer. Duress is good. That lets me kind of have some peace of mind. Reaping the Graves and Galvanic Blast and Atog. So the Reaping the Graves is a little bit scary. But I think I can just kill his guys. The Galvanic Blast, I think, is the threat right now. Well, this is tough. Because with, like, some kind of Enforcer draw where he plays multiple, I think he's going to keep playing one a turn, though. And I'm just going to take this Galvanic Blast. Show our revealed cards. I'm going to go with killing that Enforcer again. I'm saving the Doomblade to kill that Atog. Okay, so he just drew land. 4, 5. So he's one off from being able to play Enforcer and Reaping the Graves in a turn. So this turn, I don't think I'm using the Pestilence again. I'm gonna go for Verdict. That way I can pop my Wayfarer's Bauble and get up to 6 for my Corrupt. It's nice being able to play with knowledge of everything that he could play. So now he has enough for Reaping the Graves and Atog. Guess he's gonna let Pestilence trigger. I don't think that activating Pestilence here does anything. Does it do anything? Because if he goes down to 13, I plan on... No, I don't think it does. If I play Corrupt... Okay, what I'm thinking about is if I play Corrupt, it does 6. He goes down to 8. He could be at 7, and then, like, the following turn, if I land and then Corrupt again, he's dead. I think that's worth it. So next turn, if I draw a land, I win. If he draws Fling, I'm just dead. Oh, he doesn't have 2 red sources. Oh, you can Reaping the Graves on my turn, get back 2 guys. I kind of, every once in a while, I'll forget that this is instant. One, two, three, four, five, 6. So first Enforcer costs 1, second costs 0, and then he can play an ATOG. Prophetic Prism. So now they both cost 0. And he still can't... Okay, now he can ATOG and Fling in the same turn. Enforcer. Just use the Prophetic Prism, bro. Okay. So he's gonna play that ATOG. I have the Doomblade for that. Start with the Doomblade. Let's go for Tendrils. Actually, so if I play Geth's Verdict here, Corrupt kills him for sure next turn. Temur Battle Rage doesn't do it. Frogmite definitely doesn't do it. And we just corrupt him. So the Duresses were pretty good, and he's playing a kind of weird build that Duress might be a little bit better against. I mean, the Consume Spirits are a little bit janky because I have to hit 6 mana for them to actually kill one of his 4s. I don't want to make it so I'm just digging... Like, I don't want too many Duresses in my hand, and then he just plays a whole bunch of creatures. So I think 2 is about where I want to be. That one Pestilence did so much work, though. Okay. Opening hand, this is good. So I have a Duress and 2 kill effects, and then the Pestilence to kind of smooth out whatever's after that. So I'm just going to go for it now. This could really screw up whatever he's trying to do. 0 hits. So what he's got is... Let's yield here. Okay. He's got 2 lands, artifact lands. Frogmite, Frogmite. So he can play a Frogmite this turn. So play this and a Frogmite. I don't want to get behind, so I'm just going to Edict now. That Serpent can't come down until he finds another way to generate blue. So that Frogmite costs 1. So that's 4. So he needs 3 to play the Enforcer. Thoughtcast. Doomblade makes me feel a little bit better. I want to stay ahead on life, so I'm just gonna keep edicting and killing everything until I have to play like a Pestilence or a Night's Whisper. Plus keeping his artifact count down is pretty good. Preordain. Oh, that's good coffee. I just like barely woke up. It's like 3 in the afternoon. So I don't think there's any way he's playing the Gear Seeker this turn. But he could definitely play that Enforcer with the right few cards. It seems like a long shot though. I'm really going into the tank over this. Preordain. Top, bottom, draw. Oh, perfect. So now I can Night's Whisper and then leave up Geth's Verdict and just kind of be miles ahead. Although I didn't draw another land. Don't want to yield. It's so automatic. I need to stop yielding as much as I do. Perfect. It's a shame that my duress didn't hit anything. He's 2 for Thoughtcast. Not the best Thoughtcast. Not what you want to be doing with Thoughtcast, but it can certainly help you out. He has 9 cards in his hand. So Affinity's doing Affinity things of getting mana screwed. That's one mode that this deck does pretty frequently, I want to say. He has to discard 2 cards. That feels pretty good. Blast. I'm hoping to hit a Night's Whisper here, I think. I'll settle for Swamp. Nope, just more kill spells. So it's kind of interesting. As long as I'm not tapping out, if he plays an ATOG, and he starts sacking artifacts, I can respond with my kill spells. Little bit of an interesting question here on if I want to Tendrils or if I want to like Doomblade or something. Think about a Verdict. Lower his life total just a bit. Still not to where I'm discarding or anything. So this could just be a flood of enforcers. Okay, there's two. I'm gonna go for a Tendrils. Night's Whisper, there we go. Perfect. We're almost to the point where we can flash back these Chainer's Edicts. Which would be real bad news for him. That was such a good draw of Night's Whisper. Sign of Blood's good. So I believe... So if I have 2 Corrupts, that is 7 apiece. That's 14. 15, 16, 17. I'm going to consume Spirit here. I think it... So if I hit a swamp at any point, that just means I kill him in 2 turns. Oh no. I didn't consider Reaping the Graves, although I did see it last game. So he gets to return 3 Enforcers. So now if I hit a swamp, I can Pestilence them all away, which would feel fantastic. 4, 5, 6, 7. Really shot myself in the foot there. Oh, this is what I live for. Still no red on his side. Gear Seeker's been stranded in his hand the entire game. If he plays a creature, it's just bad for him. So now I can cast Corrupt and leave up a instant speed kill spell. I think this is pretty much game. He had some unfortunate draws, and we had a good draw here. Okay, playing against Eisen. This is fine. So we saw last game that Night's Whisper being 2 mana instead of 3 let us turn 4 Turn 4 play like an Edict and a Night's Whisper. I hope this isn't the mirror match. I've never played the mirror match, and it sounds like it would be awful. Okay, so this is the white-black version. So it's like a pseudo mirror match, right? Discards the Chainer's Edict. Ooh, that is what I want to be doing. Pristine Talisman. I've beaten more than one Pristine Talisman being out. We're making all of our land drops on time. Draw an instant speed kill spell for 2. Usually this deck, I want to say... Oh, that's not a big deal. Do I care enough to get this verdict? Nope. I'd rather have my instant speed one in my hand. It's just Chainers. I considered leaving it there so that I could start Pestilencing, but I'm behind on life. Oh, that's no fun. Yeah, he takes one of my win cons. There's no hurry to play Corrupt. If every turn that I make a land drop, I'm negating what the Pristine Talisman does. He's missed a lot of land drops. Oh, that's sad. And he's not even making... He must just have kill spells in hand or something. So if we make 2 land drops this turn... $21. That's not a high life total. I hope he doesn't play any more duresses. Don't. Choose an artifact or creature. He's just taking a peek. So this is a turn. I'm missing a land drop. So I'm just going to start whittling him down. If I can get my life total nice and high, get him to play a creature, and then activate Pestilence on his end step, I can basically... I can fireball him for a lot. Right now it would be 9 plus the 5, would be 14. That's 6. You basically can't play creatures. Shoot. Him gaining 2 life, 3 life this turn. That's pretty tough. That's not a big deal. I don't know how he wins this game besides milling me. This is a weird game. Don't mind making land drops. Oh gosh. I like the Knight's Whisper. Let's wait to get maximum value out of our spells. Ouch. Okay. I always like casting the Consume Spirits first. And even if he plays, I don't know what he could play, Duress to take either our Pestilence or our Corrupt. Oh, okay. We're at 41. I think we just let that stick around. Just try to end it on the end step. Easy peasy. Nice. So what's even good or bad here? Disfigure seems bad. Having an extra Evankar's Justice might be useful, but then again, Duress might be? I feel like just stacking win cons is going to be the way I win this game, so I'm going to do an extra Justice. Well, I already have one. I don't need to hit it. Let's do the Duress. I don't mind keeping in all of my like Geth's Verdict and Chainer's Edicts. Tendrils might help me win a Pestilence fight. But I didn't see any other creatures. If he doesn't have any other creatures, then I think I just win. I don't know how he wins the game if anyone can interact with his guy. His Guardian of the Guild Pact. This has 3 lands and like win cons in it. Get out of here, chat. Okay. Knight's Whisper. Oh, he must have mulliganed a bunch. I'm not gonna play the Night's Whisper until like I'm gonna miss a land drop. I don't want to discard anything. Don't talisman. Okay, that's fine. Just unmulligans himself a bit. Top, bottom on that. Looks like I'm not going to be forced to act for a minute. Dang it. Nighthill Spellbomb. A lot of people bring in Graveyard Hate just because it draws them a card. He's got more mana than I do. Whoa. White. Castigate. That kind of helps me out since I can cast Night's Whisper with no worries now. What do you take here? I would have taken Corrupt. He took Chainer's Edict. Another Read the Bones. He must just be protecting his guy. Have to hit a Night's Whisper off of the 3 cards I'm going to draw on my turn. I have to hit a Swamp, yeah. Swamp. Oh, 2. Deck, you're being so good to me. All these Pestilences are a bit awkward. If I don't see any creatures this game, besides this guy, the Tendrils are coming out for Duress. Plays another Bajuka Bog? Sure. Let's get a Pestilence out there. I'm gonna let his guy stick around a bit. I think I can gain more life than him. So do I activate Pestilence? Good on you for packing the Oblivion Rings, though. I think eventually I'll get there. Regardless. So I think that's fine. And I don't want to get too far behind on life. Okay. So there is another creature that I can Tendrils of Corruption. And I can bank on a mill plan. This is a weird game. There's a lot of weird games with corrupt control, though. You just operate on different rules than everyone else. That's bad news. I don't have any way to deal with that. I just have to race it right now. So the question is, do I activate Pestilence 3 times? Sure, why not? Why not? I know why not, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm not really banking on the mill plan quite yet. I'm gonna go for this Wayfarer's Bauble right now so that my Tendrils does a bit more. I'm gonna do it on his upkeep though in case he wants to use a kill spell on his own guy. It'll cost him a bit more mana. So I do have an upkeep stop. What do you think he's going to play his own Pestilence? Yeah. Let's do it. 2, 4, 6, 7. Have to stay above 7. Yeah, let's corrupt now. And then we'll be the one activating Pestilence proactively. Wow. If you have lower life total, do you activate Pestilence like that? He's kind of just like killing himself? Maybe he has something that gains him a ton of life. Unfortunately, we do have to use our edict here, do we? So if he takes the edict, I can't kill this, but I'll still have Consume Spirit. If he takes the Consume Spirit, I still have the chance to edict. I think either thing he takes is fine. Pops the bomb. Maybe looking for another duress. So I have 8. So if I activate here twice and I get a swamp, he's dead? That looks dead to me. What's this? Okay. I'm not getting priority here. I thought I would get priority every time, since I'm the active player. GG. All right, round 3, 2-0 so far. Playing against V Espanol. So game 1, we kicked ourselves for not keeping a hand like this. I'm gonna just give it a shot. I mean, it was different. We only had one. Oh gosh. This is probably a loss. This hand against a turn 1 Delver. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't flip, so there's a chance that we're going to be able to consume Spirit on turn 3. This is bad. I'm forced to do this. I don't think I'm going to have enough life or time to play both of my Sign-In Bloods. So I'm going to pitch one of those. We need this to not flip, although I'm fairly confident it will. If you brainstorm opponent. Nope, he just reveals a Sked. And then he shuffles it away. Oh, you crafty devil. So we're gonna start consume spiriting for 1 on his 1-drops. Okay, no ninja. And I expect this to be met with a counterspell. Yep. Just trying to get to the next turn. The next turn. So he doesn't have an extra blue up. So I think we're going to be able to consume spirit here safely. Buy us a lot more time if this dies. If he has a Sked, I would go for the Sked. Doesn't. No! That's smart. This deck is just so fast that it goes under me. That's what the disfigures and stuff. That's why I moved from the 2-mana minus effects to the 1-mana ones. And I actually think I also have to board in relics, because a lot of them run Stormbound Geist, and they know that that's a good card against me. So Bolt is terrifying. He could also have Counterspell. I don't think I can I play around those? Just never cast my Night's Whisper? I think I just have to do it. Ugh. Okay, so he didn't lightning bolt me. It's a good sign. He could draw like 1,000 cards this turn. So I'm sure he's gonna find one. Look at me being all positive. Guess we should see if he shuffles or not. He just has to hold up counter spells. Does not shuffle. Bad sign. Does 3. Yep. Okay, so this is a weird one. I don't think I care about... I've been taking out the Wayfarer's baubles and just relying on my disfigures for the early game to kind of get me to the later game. We saw how bad Knight's Whisper felt. I think I can outvalue him just on my cards. Go up a Doomblade. 3 Evankar's Justice. That should get me there, right? I want more Doomblade. I don't think I want to take out any of my life gainy stuff. Pestilence is good. I think this is right where I want to be. Actually, I don't think I want the relic. I'm just going to power through those Stormbound Geists. I don't want it to get stuck in my hand and then him not play one or something like that. I'm not going to keep that. Sure, I will keep this. I will keep that. Bottom a second Corrupt for sure. So his early game's going to be disrupted. Ooh. As long as we hit land drops, we should be okay. Probably goes gets an island, right? So that's all he's doing for this turn. Since he already played his mana. Alright. Ponder. Looking for that second island, I assume. Preordain. So no action this turn as well. Kind of scared of what interaction he could have. This is kind of what you're afraid of if you take out your Knight's Whispers. Okay, I don't want to get my Disfigure spell stuttered. So I guess I just let all this happen. Has to go to discard. It's good. Even discarding Skeds and stuff feels good because then he can't interrupt any of my like Tendrils of Corruptions on his creatures. So here, Disfigure disfigure this, and then yield. It's a 2 for 2. Augur's annoying since I can't kill that. Repeal. Interesting. So this is my chance to play Tendrils. I got 2 for 1 there. Oh, no action is good. Land is good. Augur's bad news. But he, unless he has another land, he can't repeal it. So I'm going to attempt to consume Spirit. Yeah, at the risk of being counterspelled, and then he just goes for a ninja on his next turn. There's not much you can do, though, a lot of the time. There's that, Preordain. Second Augur. Finds a counterspell. No fair. Sign Blood myself. Got the counterspell. Good news. Sign Blood myself. Three. Stormbound Geist. So now I was excited about being close to flashing back Edict. Now I'm just sad. So we have gone through 2 counterspells. He still can't repeal, so I think we get a corrupt in when we can. We gotta protect the Evankar's Justice and the Pestilence. The Pestilence is the #1 priority right now. So I'm torn. If I Justice with buyback, this dies, and this dies, he gets back the Stormbound Geist, and I can't follow it up with a Disfigure or anything like that. I'm kind of just hoping this gets a... I think I have the life right now. That repeal is super scary. Okay. So we got the front end of Stormbound Geist. That's a big step. Guess we should check what he does with this. He still has 2 blue-blue counterspells. Does not shuffle. Go for the Pestilence. There's a counterspell. It's safe to disfigure, so we're going to do that. Running out of life now. One more counterspell though. It's the Delver again. Attack first, smart. No ninjutsu. If I go for the Pestilence, then I can follow it up with Edict. I hope this is us turning the corner. He can't have another repeal. I've never seen repeal in Delver. So just lets that die. I'm gonna go for the Corrupt just to stabilize my health so I feel comfortable. Lets that happen. Depending on if he plays 1 or 2 creatures. Yeah, there's that Stormbound Geist again. And the Delver. So we have to kill the front end of Stormbound and we have to kill Delver. So we're just forced into doing the Justice now, and then we can just start playing tons of Edicts next turn. Even if I win, game 3 is just gonna be hell. Okay. There it is. There's the last counterspell. Crap. So Justice is 7, and then I can pay 2. So I take 5. Because Justice does 2 to me. And then I think I can take 5. One bolt doesn't kill me. I don't want to give him the choice. He would have a choice either way. The Stormbound Geist is what's going to be left over, is what I'm saying. So 2 and then 3 is 5. I also think that the Justice is just going to get countered. And then he's going to be doing 5 to me regardless when I cast another Edict. I'm just going to go for the Chainer's Edict. It preserves the most life. This is what gets counterspelled. Nope. He's saving it for that Justice. If he kills my graveyard this turn, oh, I'm in a bad spot. I didn't even consider that I could have played Evankar's Justice for 4. Just let it go away. I think that was the play. I think that was the play. So I think that's the play this turn as well. No. Am I just dead to counterspell? Crap. Playing it this way means I don't have anything to do with the... Oh! That conserves my life total pretty okay. Another Ponder. He's down to 19 cards. What a joke. Do I have any more? I think that's all my Chainer's Edicts out of the yard. So now I'm forced to draw, like I have to draw something that gains me life. That was his last counterspell. See how big of a problem these Stormbound Geists are? Oh, ouch. Anything that gains me life, though, is basically game. Oh, no. Don't bolt me. And that's game. Just can't make that matchup winnable. If you guys have any ideas on how to make that matchup winnable, let me know. I think I did punt in not playing Evankar's Justice as a 4-drop one of those turns. The turn when I had 2... what's it called? 2 Edicts in my hand. I hope this isn't Burn. This is a pretty slow hand to fight Burn. Okay. That's the kind of Burn opener I want to see. Ahead on life. Yeah. I tried putting in Evankar's Justice because I thought that that would help, but Augur of Bolas and Stormbound Geist just don't care. It felt better. That felt better than it was. He's down to 2 cards, going up to 3. I'm gonna be forced to play Night's Whisper and do nothing next turn, most likely. I can usually raise a Curse of the Pierced Heart. Have to play Night's Whisper. Oh gosh. Just bolt me again and Fire Blast? No, I live. I'm not willing to risk using Wayfarer's Bauble. Yeah, let's just consume Spirit, try to keep ourselves alive. Do that for as many turns as we can. Land's a good sign. Next turn is going to be the one that we're forced to bobble. So basically what I'm hoping for is for him to play a Lava Runner that I can Edict and then play Bobble. And then draw a Swamp. Am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. So Justice isn't good. Pestilence isn't good. Duress is better than nothing. Chainer's Edict seems worse. I want a couple disfigures. Actually, so I want all the edicts gone. So at least for Doomblades. It's a lot of disfigure though. Oh well. You can only bring in so many cards. Guess this is okay. Haven't had a whole lot of Wayfarer's Bauble openers. Burn's usually a pretty close matchup. Let's just go for the Night's Whisper. Another Swamp and a Sign of Blood. Not that helpful. I just got stuck on land last game. I was on 4 for like 3 turns. That can't happen. I wish I could tendrils. Just gonna Doomblade. And then pray I don't get burned out. It could just be mountain, bolt, 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 fire blast. That's like exactly what I wanted to see. This looks like turning the corner to me. Lava Spike. Chain Lightning. I think gaining 3 is worth it. I've lost too many games to burn of just like, I can wait and play a Sign of Blood or something, and then they just kill me. Yeah, that's what I sound like in my head. Yeah, I don't know. Not really. I think one more of these. No. Yeah, he has a lot of cards in his hand and he's not playing land. I feel a lot more comfortable at 15. There we go. Ha ha ha. Smash to smithereens. That's cute. Needle drop, fire blast. I just take the fire blast because it's the most damage. Not sure why he brought in smash. So 3, 4, then if he has another 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can wait a turn on the Consume Spirit. It would be really unlikely that I die here. Maybe not. The needle drop drawing him a good spell could just spell death. Oh, he hit a mountain. So now I'm at a healthy life total. Attackers don't do it. Needle drop or lightning bolt. The needle drop could get him into a something bigger. Let's take the lightning bolt. We've shut off his ability to play needle drop. Weird. Is Disfigure better than anything? Probably better than a Night's Whisper, I'll say. I'll 2-for-1 myself to get one of the creatures off the board that I have to. It's fortunate that he brought in Smash to Smithereens, I'll say. I'm still thinking about how on earth I would beat Delver. Maybe I'm just sideboarding wrong and... Oh, deck. I'm on the draw. 2 duress, Doomblade, but I just don't think that I'm gonna have enough land to eventually stabilize. But I'm on the draw. I think I'm gonna mull. Sure, this is a lot better. I'm looking for land, not a corrupt, so I'll put that on the bottom. Do find the land. And this is the exact situation that he has Smashed to Smithereens in his deck for. Let's hope he doesn't have it. Don't play it. Oh, gosh. So he's also on 1 land. I'm hoping that just makes him slow enough. Okay, that's a slow creature. I can pop Bobble. And I'm gonna Doomblade. Then hold up my Disfigures. I'm hoping in 2 turns that I can land a Corrupt. His hand just has to be all good spells. Forgotten Cave. Finds another mountain. So now he's going to be able to do some pretty quick stuff, which is scary. I could be dead before I ever get the chance to play this Corrupt. I'm pretty sure every card in his hand is action. I will play a Consume Spirit here. I think it drastically changes the math on what he needs to kill me. Curse. Definitely under a clock. If any of these were Night's Whisper, I'd feel so much more comfortable. I would just fire it off right now, but I guess I couldn't have known that. There's just not that many creatures in his deck that Disfigure kills. 2 of them do kill anything. Nothing. Swamp. I just go for it. I think everything in his hand is a burn spell. And 4 times 3 is 12. And if anyone did any more, plus the curse, it's some bad math right there. Don't mind seeing that. Let's do it now. Disfigures just chilling in my hand, kind of like you'd expect they would. Is this where I just draw terribly for like 20 turns? Okay. I'm at 18. So he's gonna have 5 cards in his hand. I'm gonna be at 15. Plus I'm under the curse. I hope he just has lava runners for like 4 turns. I will sign blood. I just kind of have to. Pass the turn and then hope I can untap and corrupt. Could just die. Oh no. No. I wonder why he would hold all these and not just throw them as soon as he could. Shoot, I think this is okay. I can't just think that I'm not gonna draw a second land. Like every time. I'm on the draw, I can catch back up with Wayfarer's Baubles and all my kill spells. Oh no, Tron. Haha! We drew the land! This is what the relics are for. Huh. Haven't seen an Ancient Stirrings in Tron for a bit. I wonder if this is a slightly older version that's not Ghostly Flicker comboing. Yep, just pass. Got my land next turn. That feels pretty good. Oh, crop rotation. So this must be some kind of like Ulamog's Crusher dealy, which I'm really good against. It feels fine. I'm just gonna keep accelerating. Not at the speed he is, mind you. That's okay. Oh, nothing to do with all your mana, huh? So it's Night's Whisper. There's my land drop. I can sign in blood. There's my next land drop. He's given me a lot of time to set up this hand. I'm almost hoping that he plays something for me to kill. That's interesting. I do have the Pestilence. That's like perfect math right there. All the acceleration came in handy. So now he can bring it back with Haunted Fengraf. There's a repeatable green source. Oh, that means I get to keep my Pestilence. I'm not pressured to kill that at all. That is a gift right there. So now I don't really want to discard anything. Chainer's Edict might be fine. Because anything I play is going to end up killing that plant, and I don't want to do that. Let's just discard the chainers. Is this the elf? This is an elf. Crusher. Yeah. 7. Tendrils doesn't quite kill that yet. Oh yeah, it does. Since I can activate Pestilence. I want to see what I draw a little bit, but I also want to throw a Corrupt at him next turn. I think this is safe. I could also just activate Pestilence for 7 and do 7 to him again with Corrupt. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to do that. There's something to gain life off of with the tendrils. It's another Maul Splicer? Fangren Marauder. I want to draw a swamp. Oh, that's a lot of life. Gets the Crusher. Let's gain 8, play the Pestilence. I don't think he can give it haste. I can do 10 damage. He's pretty close to dead. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to go for the Pestilence. The Pestilence kill on Crusher. Even though it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous to be at a lower life total. But I really don't think there's anything that can punish me. I have the kill on board. It just finds a land. There's another Crusher, and that's game. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Disfigure seems silly. Let's get a Doomblade. Justice seems silly. Another Doomblade. I am always tentative to cut win conditions, like Consume Spirit. I don't see it killing his creatures, though. I could be in a world of hurt if he gets a Fangren Marauder for very long. So I think that needs to be one of my first priorities, is killing Fangren Marauder. Well, one Relic and a Doomblade, so let's cut 2 of these. This is fine. Night's Whisper can really help out here. Most likely going to be discarding after I play that, though. Sphere. Swamp Pass. It's another Ancient Stirrings. Oh, Prism. So no rush to do anything. Guess I don't want to yield with a Doomblade in my hand. Is it just natural Tron? No. I've spent a long time thinking about how to beat Delver with this deck, and I just don't know. Maybe taking out the Consume Spirits or something like that. I hope he gives me something to kill soon. It's just digging. Ah, he found it. And now it's going to be pretty tough for me to kill more than one, like, Crusher or anything like that. Okay. Gotta respond here. Played those out of order. Yeah, I know that glitch. Huh. I do think I Chainer's Edict here. Yeah, the glitch is that Doomblade, this full art version, the borders will change colors sometimes. It's usually red for me. I've seen white ones. I've never seen a green one. He saw a blue one. That's funny. I have 4 Corrupts in my hand. Right now that represents 20 damage if I could cast them. So I want to use the Tendrils here so that I still have Geth's Verdict. Was able to dodge. Let's see, the second one. Okay. Sign in blood. Good. Let's get either another... Oh, swamps. Beautiful swamps. Oh, he makes sure to play his star first this time. Smart. I'm gonna wait until I see that's what I wanted to see. So he's gonna go look for a crusher. He's not gonna be able to play it this turn, but next turn it's coming down. I don't have enough swamps to just kill it outright. And he's got a guy just in case I edict. Maul's Placer. I'm not too afraid. I'm gonna sign in blood. I'm gonna pop this relic right away. Yeah, it got rid of one of my edicts. But that's not the end of the world. Take one, no big deal. So he has Maul Splicer and then the card off of the Prophetic Prism in hand. If I edict twice, he still has 2 3/3s. I didn't take out Pestilence, did I? No. Okay. I think I just stopped caring about his guys. Do 9 a turn. If he plays a Crusher or something, I have to put a point of Corrupt at it. That's not too bad. So is this 8? Sphere, Crusher. Well, that was a fortunate draw. I'm saving this edict in case I draw a Pestilence, wipe his board, and then I'll have an edict. And I expect him to pop this Sphere after combat. Now I'm doing 10. And next turn he's dead unless he draws a Marauder, right? Crop rotation. I would expect this to be Haunted Fengraf, get back Ulamog's Crusher, or lose the game. Colony Garden. Did I already get his... I got his Fengraf, so maybe he just runs one. My opponent just says that he forgot he used his Fengraf. So Pulse of Marasa kills me if I don't kill this Crusher. He says he's dreading the third Corrupt. So let's just go for it. Huh. 3-2, not a bad record. So I feel like the list has improved. I'm still struggling to figure out what... I want like a trump card against Sked Delver, but there's just not one, since what they're doing is just so fair and good. And I still have to have these kind of strange, expensive spells that just get me horribly behind when they counterspell them. Pestilence can catch me back up, but only if I have enough life. Playing 4 Evankar's Justice feels okay, but... Or playing 3 Evankar's Justice feels okay. It's better than Shrivel, but it still doesn't deal with Augur of Bolas. And so I have to use removal spells to kill the Augurs. And I'm also boarding in Disfigures, which don't really work against Augurs either. I don't know. Let me know if you guys do. If you think I'm sideboarding wrong, please write what you take out and what you put in, like card for card. It could just be I'm running too many land and I don't hit enough threats. Or I need to run more Night's Whispers. I don't know. The deck feels like it can't lose sometimes, but then it does. I could definitely improve my matchup against Burn with the new Sovereign's Bite, if I found room for that in the sideboard. But Sovereign's Bite might be a consideration for a sideboard slot. 4 Duress does seem excessive. So I think the cards that I'm looking at in my board are the Duress to take out, and the Relics seem excessive, but they are free wins when they're good. I have a tough time against the normal Tron builds, Marasatron builds, and Relic's usually my one hope. I've played against Blue-Black Flicker, and my only hope is to draw a Relic as well. I think that's worth the sideboard slot, so I don't really want to move those around even though I run more than usual. It could be that the Duress should be Myers Toll. Let's see. Myers Toll is target player reveals a number of cards from their hand equal to the number of swamps you control. You choose one of them, that player discards that card. I'm too afraid to run Duress to stop the counter spells because of the chance that it'll whiff or it'll get spell stuttered or something. I think I could protect it with my Disfigures and other things from Spell Stutter Sprite, and then take out those pesky counterspells. The counterspells are really what's killing me. There were a lot of times where I just had to play around counterspells, so I had to play strangely, or the Corrupt didn't land, and so I was just in a world of hurt after that. It's not that bad. I just need to deal with those counterspells somehow. That's not a Duress. So maybe this is it, and I could bring it in against some other matchups that are a little bit slower and end up taking something that's not a, like, something that is a creature. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.